Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. If you enjoy our content, give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Let's get started. In 1907, the American Medical Association involved the Carnegie Foundation in developing a comprehensive study of medical education in the United States and Canada, also known as Carnegie Foundation Bulletin No. 4. The author, Abraham Flexner, was an ambitious educator who was neither a physician nor a medical researcher, but he was the brother of Simon Flexner, who was later employed at the Rockefeller Institute for Medical Research. Abraham Flexner eventually became the first director of Rockefeller's philanthropic programs in medical education. Andrew Carnegie was considered the second richest man in history after John Rockefeller. While Carnegie played a leading role in the American steel industry and education, Rockefeller was interested in the oil industry and medical research. Abraham Flexner's report was published in 1910 with the aim of improving the quality of medical services by establishing professional medical education based on mainstream scientific principles. But what was accepted as science at the beginning of the 20th century? The theory of advanced materialism in the 17th century posits that the only thing that exists is matter. Everything is composed of matter, and all phenomena, including consciousness, the soul, and the human spirit, are the result of the interaction of matter. In other words, matter is the only substance. Scientific materialism, or physicalism, became the philosophical position of the early 20th century. The main statement of physicalism is that nothing exists other than the physical. When a hypothesis is repeated often enough, it often becomes a fundamental rule of life and is assumed to be true. Before the publication of the Flexner Report, twice as many physicians practiced alternative medicine compared to those who practiced conventional, allopathic medicine, and medical knowledge was taught in small private schools throughout the United States. The report changed everything, and with the support of police power in every American state, medical schools were forced to follow the trend set by the Carnegie Foundation. The human body belongs to the animal species. It is composed of tissues and organs, grows, reproduces, and decomposes according to general laws. It is prone to attack by hostile physical and biological agents. Plants, homeopathy, chiropractic, and massage were labeled as quackery. Small medical schools were either closed or assimilated by universities financially supported by industrial companies. In less than 10 years, the number of medical schools decreased from 650 to 50, and the number of medical students dropped from 7,500 to 2,500 because they could not afford the increased cost of education. The report included detailed regulation of medical education, and pharmacology emerged as the only solution against threatening diseases. The present consequences of the report are that no medical school can be created without government permission, and medical science fully adheres to the scientific research protocols from the 1910s: materialism, medication, and vaccination. The number of physicians decreased, the incomes of the remaining physicians increased, and conventional medical schools began to be centralized. In 1997, the World Health Organization obtained absolute control over medicine as soon as the validity of the Flexner Report was extended worldwide. And what was the long-term result of the reform of medical practice and education? There is hardly any news in the mass media. According to the 2003 medical report, Death by Medicine, 783,936 people in the United States die annually due to errors in conventional medicine, equivalent to 16,400% of the victims of September 11th, or the equivalent of 6 planes crashing daily for an entire year. 106,000 deaths out of nearly 800,000 are due to prescription drugs. The United States spends $282 billion annually on deaths due to medical errors or iatrogenesis. According to a 1995 iatrogenic report in the United States, the annual mortality rate from car accidents is 45,000. On the other hand, over 1 million patients are injured in hospitals annually, and over 280,000 of these cases result in death. In 2004, the United States spent $1.4 trillion, which represents 15.5% of the gross domestic product on the medical system, with more than one-third being paid to the pharmaceutical industry. Here is the top 20 list of public pharmaceutical companies by revenue in billions of dollars for the year 2010. Assuming there are 6 billion people on Earth, this means approximately $97 per person. Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Novartis, Hoffmann La Roche, Bayer, Merck & Co., and so on, totaling $580.89 billion. According to statistics from the site Answer My Health Question in 2001, Pfizer was the most profitable company among all companies in the top 500 Fortune with $7.8 billion in profit. In 2002, the combined profits of the top 10 drug companies in the Fortune 500 were nearly $36 billion, more than the profits of the other 490 companies combined. After 100 years, we must ask the question, how did we get here? Despite the immense amounts of money accumulated by the pharmaceutical industry, today we have more deadly diseases and more sick people than ever before. You will find the answer in the Flexner Report, a documentation that created and allowed a centralized medical system and the pharma industry to take control.